Hi everyone, I'm Sunny, and today's pick a card is a quick pick a card. It's in regards to whether the stans or the fandoms would like you of your celebrity crush or celebrity of choice. So I have 5 piles from left to right, pile 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 on the right side. So if you need more time, pause the video. Otherwise, I will start with the first pile already. So pile number 1. Will the stans like you or the fandoms of your choice? So you guys have the Three of Pentacles upright, so this is a yes. They would like you, but I think it's because you are someone that's mature, someone that's a little bit older in comparison to majority of the audience for your celebrity crush, for example, or the person you aspire to be. Likely it's because you might be the kind of person who allows them to collaborate with other people or kind of pushes them to collaborate with people they want to see with collaborations with. Maybe because you're also interesting people, and then people might like them or like him with other people that are cool or in the scene. So it could be like that. But I do think that you're someone that pushes them to work more, and not like a workaholic, but working in the sense of putting themselves out there to work with more people that can basically grow the fandom or the stance, for example. But they do see you as a positive influence, a very responsible, mature influence, people who they can see you basically working with them. So it feels like a friendship that has a workload type of connection. So I do think that you possibly might end up working with them because of similarities in that aspect. So thank you, pile number 1, sorry. I also think you probably would be the kind of person that helps this person. The fandoms can see that you're the kind of person that would grow their money and income, and that's good for them because then they get to do bigger projects, for example. So pile number 2, you guys have the Fool upright. So yes, they would like you, the stans and the fandoms would appreciate you, because I think that you could be someone that's fun and naive to some extent. I guess, how can I say, naiveness isn't necessarily good. They don't see you as a threat, basically. It's better worded that way, where they don't see you as a threat when it comes to, you threatening the position of the celebrity of choice, for example, like you being the reason why they end up partying too much and then they get in scandals. Like, it doesn't seem like that. Fool's kind of partying mode, not party mode, but they are someone that's someone who's trying to have fun, but it feels more like innocent fun, joking fun, like taunting fun, where it's like, imagine you have a little flower on your, like a pin, what's it called, a pin flower, and then they get close to it and then water spurts out of the flower. It could be one of those innocent type of schemes of joking around and having fun. Playfulness. There's a playfulness to you. They feel like it's youthful, it's green, it's fresh. It doesn't feel stifled or with ulterior motives. And that's why they would not necessarily that they would like you around them, but more so that they would appreciate your connection to them, because it brings out the more fun, playful side that they can have to the table. But again, this is more so in the sense of, if the celebrity or of choice or the person you aspire to be around or be with would kind of how can I say, would kind of allow that. Sometimes it's difficult for famous people to have people around them because they're always on work mode, not necessarily because of themselves, but more so because of their contracts, or because it's their labels and stuff like that pushing them to make money for them. So they appreciate you for giving them lighthearted energy. Pile number 3, you guys have the 8 of Cups upright. So yes, they would like you if you were someone that's kind of close to them. I do think it has to do with an emotional aspect. So you would force them to kind of grow and mature, because I think you might be a little bit more level-headed when it comes to decision making, or being responsible when it comes to not breaking too many hearts or something. I think you would be a positive influence to kind of make them a little bit sturdy, keep them grounded. There you go. I know it's not an earthy card, but it feels like you would help them kind of grow in that aspect of hey, don't it's okay to have a personal life, but don't go getting wild and like being irresponsible and like getting with people that you didn't even, like, let's say like too many one night stands, for example. Like you really, I think, allow that friendship to be like, hey, just stick to one person maybe, or like you can have fun after you work, or like you put in the effort of actually trying to keep your job, because technically being famous is still, I guess, a profession in whatever space, but it does feel like you're someone that makes them outgrow their toxic cycles or toxic behaviors. Or you could be someone that kind of works behind the scenes also, that kind of helps them like mold. It feels, maybe it's like secretarial, I feel, or like assistant type of. I don't know. I know it's cup energy, but it feels like it's career that you would end up working with them in that aspect of like keeping them centered, not too wild, to make them kind of mature in a good, responsible way. So I think it'd be a good choice in that aspect of kind of guiding them, because I think maybe you could have been through similar stuff that they could have gone through. So I think it'd be a good way to set them aside and like a good example for them. So the fandoms and the stands would appreciate the guidance that you kind of give them. A lot of it has to do with emotional guidance, I think. So you're probably possibly like someone that's had to learn the hard way of being emotionally responsible with your words and your actions and of course your feelings. So next I have pile number 4. Yes, pile number 4, you guys have the Magician upright. So this is a yes. They would appreciate you. They would like you. The stands and the fandoms wouldn't really mind you as a person that's close to your person of interest. It's a celebrity, I think. Most of these readings end up being a celebrity, but I do think pile number 4 that you would spark interest in them, but I think they would find you fascinating because you would come out of nowhere, or you're the kind of person that kind of pushes them to kind of work with what they have. I think that you kind of remind them that they don't need to have everything to be really great and show that they're creative. I think that you're someone's like, make do with what you have, and you can make magic. So it feels like that, where you can be like that kind of person. I also think that you would be very fun. Like, it feels like you would, I think you yourself, like, you cut yourself a little bit short in the sense that you are pretty interesting. So I think they would kind of find you fascinating too, not just because you're close to your person of interest as like a celebrity crush, but they would find you interesting as a person because you have your own things going on. It's not like you're necessarily just X person's friend or X person's connection. It feels like you are making, maybe for example, a name of your own because of what you do, kind of thing. So they would find you interesting in that aspect, that you're someone that can carry themselves fine, in that like public sphere, but it just feels more like because of what you do. You entrance people because of creativity or because you're doing stuff that it feels like it's more on par with you. So you would be a good influence on your celebrity, but it just feels like they would like you because you don't really rely on them. And specifically, I just feel that you work with your own stuff and you're not kind of leeching off and mooching off this person. I guess that's the best way of saying it. But yeah, they would like you in that aspect. They wouldn't see you as someone that's like malicious intent, like you want to get something out of them. It just feels like you just entice the crowds with your own creativity. It just feels like a magician. It feels like the magician entertains people. The magician kind of pulls rabbits out of their hats and, does all these Harry Potter things, for example. So it just feels like that. It just feels like you can hold on your own. So last pile number 5, you guys have the King of Pentacles upright. So this is a yes. The fandoms and the stands would enjoy your presence around the person in your mind that's a celebrity crush, because they see you as someone that's responsible and older. So maybe if you are specifically thinking about someone that's older and mature, they see you like that too. Say they see you like, oh, this, like birds of a feather flock together, right? I think that's what I'm trying to say. Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, so it just feels like it makes sense. The connections that you guys have makes sense when it comes to you and your celebrity crush. So they don't see that as threatening, they see that as expanding. So you would be a good opportunity to expand their finances. And vice versa, I think that you could do collaborations when it comes to work, when it comes to business, business in regards to like commercials, for example, or like doing like little game apps, or doing writing books, or maybe even real estate. It feels like there's money to be made between both of you, and that's where they like you. They think that you would be a great influence for them financially, that they can kind of grow their and expand their influence, possibly even for the long term. But it would require a lot of work from them and from you to kind of keep that going. But they do see you as someone that's positive and a positive influence to be around in that aspect. I just feel a lot of these piles had to do with work. Like, you guys would be great assets to be like around these celebrity crushes in that aspect of making them money and you making money because you guys ventured off into creative spheres. That sorry, I forgot to bring my cup of water. I'm like, I'm thirsty. I really want my cup of water. But yeah, it's already almost done anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I do think that you guys have a lot of common interests in that way, because it feels like if you do end up like being like seen around them, it's possibly when you're older and stuff. Maybe not as relevant and hip, but definitely well known because of things that you guys are doing because of work. It just feels like that. It feels like a connection that you would possibly make when you're older or like later on, and it feels like very well influenced and very well managed. I think it would have been a connection of substance, so I think it's for the long haul. So do keep that in mind, pal number 5. It seems great, but it's more or less a yes or no when it comes to the fans liking you or not. That's it. Not so much the person. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and you're more than welcome to watch a different video if you're interested. I have plenty of other celebrity crushes too, and non-celebrity crush readings, yes or no tarot, pick a cards, random love, career, job, friends, anything. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. So have a great day, everybody, and bye.